If you don't currently hold Hilton Diamond status, you're absolutely crazy. Yes, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. If you care about travel and you don't hold Hilton Diamond status, you're either super wealthy or you don't have all your marbles. This video is going to be a long one, but if you care to know anything about Hilton, this is the one to watch. You'll want to come back to this whenever you're thinking Hilton. You can hold Hilton's top tier status today by acquiring the Amex Hilton Honors Aspire card, which has an annual fee of $550. And just like that, you're a Hilton Diamond member. Don't let the $550 annual fee scare you. I consistently put back $50 in my pocket every year. However, let's pump the brakes because there's much more to Hilton than Diamond status. We need to talk about the various Hilton statuses and how to achieve them, then get into which Hilton credit cards you should own and why. For those new to the channel, I'm Richard Debs from R-Squared Travel Rewards, and I'm an avid traveler. If you're watching this, you likely are too, so go ahead and subscribe to see how I use credit cards to enable this travel habit of mine. Today, I'm coming to you live from Zanzibar. Zanzibar, which is a beautiful island off the coast of Tanzania. And yes, it's Tanzania, not Tanzania. I asked the local. I'm right here. Let the irony not be lost on you that I'm recording a Hilton video while staying at a 5-star Hyatt hotel in Zanzibar. I'll record a Hyatt travel video which you may watch on my travel channel at Richard Debs. However, when I travel, I'm usually working or entertaining family, so I don't always have the bandwidth to put a video together quickly. But I do record tons of footage. I'm literally a year behind on releasing travel videos. What's a guy to do? I consider Hilton to be a very valuable and straightforward hotel program. Let's unpack that statement by covering the 4 primary Hilton status levels, the Amex Hilton personal cards, of which there are 3, the Amex Hilton business card, a recent experience at a Curio collection by Hilton property, the newly opened and spectacular Kwetu, Nairobi. And I'll conclude with my thoughts and recommendations about Hilton. Let's get into the status levels. First up, member status. This is achieved by creating a free Hilton Honors account. If you stay less than 10 nights a year at Hilton properties, you'll maintain this status. The only benefits to call out here are free Wi-Fi and no resort fees when paying with points. Remember to always ensure that you have an account with the hotel brand that you're booking with. This allows you to begin earning points during your stay, as well as being able to take advantage of perks available to members only. Silver status. This is where status begins to matter with Hilton. There's a 5th night free benefit when booking with points. I try to push it to 4 nights with points whenever possible so I can get that 5th free night. This allows me to save on Amex points when transferring to Hilton, which transfers at a rate of 1 Amex point to 2 Hilton points. Bilt has recently added Hilton as a transfer partner, but the transfer rate from Bilt to Hilton is 1 Bilt point to 1 Hilton point, which you should avoid as much as possible because there's much more value to be had with Bilt points. But I clearly understand the use case if you need to top off your Hilton account for an upcoming stay, and you don't own any American Express cards, and you really want to stay at a specific Hilton property. Another benefit of silver status are free bottles of water, which doesn't seem like much, but when you get to your room after traveling in the African heat, it's a welcomed addition. And there's a 20% points bonus on all stays. You may achieve silver status by staying 10 to 39 nights per year, or by acquiring the Amex Hilton Honors card, which is the entry-level Hilton card. All right, let's talk about gold status. If you enjoy Hilton properties, this is the minimum status that you'll want to hold. This status introduces daily food and beverage credit or free breakfast and room upgrades when possible. I'll cover room upgrades when I talk about the next status because that's where it's almost always realized. There's an 80% bonus points on stays. You may achieve gold status by staying 40 to 59 nights in a calendar year, or by acquiring the Amex Hilton Surpass card, the Amex Hilton Business card, or any version of the Amex Platinum card. Next up is Diamond status, which is Hilton's elite status. You earn 100% bonus points on stays and room upgrades, room upgrades, room upgrades. I emphasize this perk because this is the status that when flying internationally, you're almost always going to get a free upgrade to a suite or an elite view. I'd argue that this is by far the biggest perk. Given that 95% of my travel is abroad, I've always gotten lucky with room upgrades, which I never have to ask for. I'll get into my last upgrade when I cover Curio Collection by Hilton in the next section. Then there's the Executive Lounge Access. This perk is outstanding as there's free food and drinks flowing. It's also a great place to get work done. I spend about 25% of my workday on conference calls, and given that I maintain Eastern Standard Time hours for work, I sometimes need to slip away to grab a quick bite and have been known to do a call or two from the Executive Lounge. Then there's premium Wi-Fi when available. I just can't handle locations with slow internet. Given that my travel is focused on Africa, I always call ahead to understand the Wi-Fi speed situation. Else, it's a hard pass for me. Prior to staying at my go-to luxury villa on the Kenyan coast, I asked the owner to upgrade the Wi-Fi. He immediately complied, and why not? He knew that I'd be locking down the property for 3, 4, 5 months at a time, whether or not I'm visiting other parts of the continent. So don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Now that Starlink has come to many countries in Africa, there's no reason not to have fast internet. Then there's gifting elite status. If you stay 60 nights within a calendar year, you may gift gold status to another member. And if you stay 100 nights, you may gift diamond status. Sounds nice, but it's really only applicable to road warriors like consultants. Hilton is by far my go-to hotel brand, but I usually top out at 15 to 20 nights per year. You may achieve diamond status by staying 60 nights within a calendar year, or by acquiring the Amex Hilton Aspire card. There's a lifetime diamond status for those who maintain diamond status for 10 years in a row, and either 1,000 elite nights or 2 million base points. Let's keep it real. That's not me, and that's not most of us. I plan on maintaining my diamond status by having the Aspire card because it's effectively free anyways. All right, let's talk about Hilton personal cards. First up, the Hilton Honors card, which has a $0 annual fee. This card earns you automatic silver status. Its multipliers are 7 points per dollar on purchases at Hilton properties, 5 points per dollar at US restaurants, gas stations, and supermarkets. This is a travel card, so Hilton needs to be called out as this benefit needs to be offered internationally. The City Strata Premier, the real CSP, offers multipliers on these same categories on international purchases. Come on, Hilton. Then there's 3 points per dollar on all other purchases. So essentially, once you leave the US, the 5 points per dollar multipliers go away, and it's just a 3 points per dollar multiplier on all spend. There's a current welcome offer of 75,000 bonus points, which ends July 31st of this year, and 1 free night award certificate after spending $2,000 within the first 6 months. If you spend $20,000 on this card in a calendar year, you'll be upgraded to gold status. Don't do that. Next up is the Hilton Honors Surpass card, which has a $150 annual fee. This card earns you automatic gold status. Its multipliers are 12 points per dollar on purchases at Hilton properties, 6 points per dollar at US restaurants, gas stations, and supermarkets, 4 points per dollar on US online purchases, and 3 points per dollar on all other purchases. All purchases not at Hilton properties earn 3 points per dollar, which makes this a category agnostic card for abroad travel. So again, Hilton, I think you want to address this. All right, now let's get into the credit. Earn up to $200 in statement credits available as a $50 credit each quarter when you spend at Hilton properties. There's a current welcome offer of 130,000 bonus points and 1 free night certificate after spending $3,000 in the first 6 months. If you spend $40,000 on this card in a calendar year, you'll be upgraded to diamond status. Again, don't do that. However, spending $15,000 on this card within a calendar year gets you a free night award certificate. If you can swing that, I highly recommend getting the card and keeping it. However, if you don't have such spend, receive the sign-up bonus, then hold the card for 1 year. Wait for an upgrade and or apply directly to the Amex Hilton Honors Aspire card. Now to the Hilton Honors Aspire card, which has a $550 annual fee. This card earns you automatic diamond status. Its multipliers are 14 points per dollar on purchases at Hilton properties, 7 points per dollar on flights booked directly with airlines or Amex Travel, 7 points per dollar on car rentals, 7 points per dollar at US restaurants, and 3 points per dollar on all other purchases. This card comes with an annual free night award certificate. There's $400 in statement credits, available as $200 semi-annually at Hilton Resorts. The key here are Hilton properties designated as resorts and not regular Hilton hotels. There's a $200 flight credit available as $50 in each quarter. Be sure to use the card directly with airlines or on Amex Travel. A great use case for this credit is purchasing seat assignments. I love flexible credits like this. There's no reason not to consume this $200 credit fully. Guys, we're already at $600 in credits against a $550 annual fee, which is why this card continues to be on my no-brainer list. There's a $100 credit with a 2-night minimum stay at Waldorf and Conrad Hotels and Resorts. Let's be clear, I would never use cash to stay at these hotels, but I'm happy to use this credit when redeeming for reward stays. Folks, this is a real travel card. There's an annual $189 clear credit. For those of you who can't justify the American Express Platinum card, this is a great way to pick up clear. If I ever cancel my Amex Platinum cards, this is where I'm going to get my clear benefit. There's car rental CDW, trip delay insurance, trip cancellation interruption insurance, and baggage insurance. Let's talk shopping. There's purchase protection for 90 days. It covers damaged, stolen, or lost items. There's return protection for up to 90 days, and extended warranty for an additional year. As with all warranties, be sure to read the fine print. I've said it in a couple other videos, I only purchase items with my American Express cards. There's a current welcome offer of 175,000 bonus points after spending $6,000 in the first 6 months. This is one of my favorite cards. It pays for itself and it grants Hilton Diamond status. To top it off, it's a bona fide travel card with all the travel and purchase protections we've come to expect. And our final card is the Hilton Honors Business card, which has a $195 annual fee. This card earns you automatic gold status. For its multipliers, earn 12 points per dollar at Hilton properties and 5 points per dollar on all other purchases. There's a small caveat here. Keep in mind that the 5 points per dollar applies to the first $100,000 in spend and is 3 points per dollar thereafter. There's $240 in statement credits available as $60 per quarter at Hilton properties. There's a welcome offer of 130,000 points after spending $6,000 in the first 6 months. If you spend $40,000 on this card in a calendar year, you'll be upgraded to diamond status. I can't imagine putting $40,000 on this card, but I guess some larger small businesses can lean into the $40,000 in spend. When in the US, this card and the Built MasterCard is where most of my catch-all spend lands. If you're not able to consistently use the $60 a quarter credit, then this card is not for you. If you can use 3 of them each year, that's $180 against a $195 card, which is a winner. Anything less and you're wasting your pennies. If you have to rely on gift certificates because you're not staying at Hilton properties often enough, then you may need to rethink your strategy. All right, let's talk about the Curio collection by Hilton. Hilton launched the Curio collection back in 2014, which is an upscale Hilton brand. What's unique about Curio is that it's a collection of independent hotels and resorts where each property maintains its distinct character while participating in the Hilton Honors Guest Loyalty Program. That means I get to stay at these amazing hotels as a Hilton member with Hilton status. I've been seeking to stay at the Kwetu Nairobi, which is part of Curio. However, its grand opening kept getting delayed, so I didn't have any luck in 2023. However, it finally opened in March 2024, and I must say, it didn't disappoint. Its design and layout is 100% unique, which is welcomed by this traveler, as it leads to wonderment and amazement as I explore the hotel. The Kwetu rooftop restaurant is giving restoration hardware rooftop vibes from New York City. I highly recommend that you visit Restoration Hardware Rooftop, which is located in the Meatpacking District. It's often referred to as RH Rooftop. It has yet to disappoint, and the best time to visit is in the summertime, where the outdoor rooftop is fully open. The chef often recommends special pairings of wine depending on your meal selection. It's not cheap, but it's New York City, so you shouldn't be surprised. Just plan on having a great time with your friends and forget about the price. Some of you might prefer to use your gold card, but I prefer to use my Bilt card and go there on the first of the month to earn 6 points per dollar on dining. Okay, back to Kwetu, Nairobi. It features a well-appointed cigar lounge. I am not a smoker of any kind, but I had to light up a cigar because that's just what the moment called for. You're gonna want to stick to the end of this video to see how that went down. Your boy had a few drinks and lit up a cigar. The Tribe Hotel, a member of Design Hotels by Marriott, was previously the de facto standard for a one-of-a-kind luxury stay in Nairobi. So I had to compare the two. So we went to the Tribe Hotel for a refresher in superior hotel hospitality, followed by an excellent culinary experience. I love that I get to experience these two gems, and I hold status with both hotel brands. Kwetu is still putting its finishing touches on its build-out. The executive lounge was not completed during my stay, but the staff made up for it by making sure that the 2 rooms that I booked were upgraded to premier rooms with balconies all before my arrival. If you plan on visiting East Africa, I recommend that you plan for a couple nights in Nairobi, and you cannot go wrong by staying at either the Kwetu Nairobi, which is a Curio collection by Hilton, or the Tribe Hotel, a design hotel by Marriott. If you enjoy travel and you have the means to do so, then hotel status matters. Obtaining hotel cards is not a hard and fast requirement, because you may gain hotel status by holding other travel cards. For example, you gain Hilton and Marriott Gold status just by holding the Amex Platinum card. However, if you care for particular stays at hotels like Hilton, then here are my recommendations. You should start off your Hilton journey by acquiring the Hilton Honors credit card just for the sign-up bonus. The Surpass card should be next, where you also take advantage of the welcome bonus. The decision of whether or not to keep the Surpass card depends on whether you can consistently put $15,000 in spend on the card annually, because that's going to allow you to earn a free night award certificate. Additionally, if you stay at Hilton properties at least once a quarter, the $50 statement credit per quarter will net you $200 per year, offsetting the $150 annual fee. And that makes it a keeper card. Anyone serious about Hilton should naturally seek to acquire the Hilton Aspire card. It pays for itself, and you receive automatic diamond status, which you want when traveling internationally. I flirted with the idea of holding 2 Aspire cards, but that might pigeonhole me into staying at Hilton properties when it's not convenient to do so. So at least for now, 1 Aspire card does the trick. Hilton, in my opinion, offers great value, and I enjoy the brand. I will continue to stay with Hilton as long as the card and the program make sense to me. I do have a pecking order at the moment, which is Hilton, then Marriott, then Hyatt. This is primarily because I hold status with Marriott and Hilton and no status with Hyatt. However, I often enjoy staying at boutique hotels as long as they offer the amenities that I've grown accustomed to. I'm agnostic when it comes to other hotel brands. Again, I can't get over the irony that I'm filming a Hilton video while staying at a 5-star luxury Hyatt in Zanzibar. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy the Hilton brand. Do you prefer other hotel brands? If you do, please share which brands and let me know why. Thanks for watching until the end. Since you've gotten this far, it only makes sense to like, share, and subscribe to help bring this channel some visibility. As always, take care and be good to each other.
Marsha, can you get the boys ready for a round of golf later? I was hanging out with the Duke of Nairobi today. It's quite posh, quite posh. Is that a spot? Is that a spot over there? We had a spot of tea. And now we're Yeah. Cheerio. Long live the king.
Cigar went out. I gotta relight it. Is it working? Is this on? Is this fire on?
It's this thing on.
Okay, we're good.